Welcome back for another video. In today's video I'll be running through my Gameweek13 team selection, transfer plans and thoughts heading into this game week. If you'd like to follow my team and other content throughout the season, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're interested in becoming a YouTube member, a link's in the description, which includes early access to videos and a private channel on our Discord where I'll give team feedback. Let's start with a look back at how Game Week 12 went. It was undoubtedly my most memorable game week ever, and it's actually crazy that I get to share it now. After Saturday's game, I went to bed that night ranked number 1 in the world. The defence carried again as Trent, James, Kenzalo and Chilwell all got assists and kept a clean sheet. Captain Salah netted for the 11th time this season, and the patience with Armstrong and Tony was rewarded. Starting Ramsdale ended up the wrong call though, as Watford caused one of the upsets of the season, beating Man United 4-1 at the cost of Solskjaer's job. It would have just been a 2-pointer for Foster, but he got an extremely rare goalkeeper assist in added time. I'm not sure if an FPL YouTuber has reached number 1 before or not, so perhaps a little bit of history in the making, and it's unbelievable to get to share it here on this channel for potentially the first time ever. In the end, it was only one day spent at number 1, and whatever happens from here we can at least say we were at the top. We've got 2 transfers banked and the pressure is on. On to the Gameweek13 team selection and transfer plans. Ramsdale starts in goal with a decent looking fixture against Newcastle at home. Eddie Howe might make it back in time to take charge pitch side after missing his first game with COVID. Newcastle are second worst on expected goals scored for the season. However, with a new manager it could be an unpredictable open game. After Game Week 12, Trent is the second highest scoring player in the game and continues to represent incredible value, and his ownership is surprisingly lower than you'd expect with that in mind. He has 5 double-digit returns this season, and only Salah has more with 6. If Salah wasn't in such breathtaking form, Trent would be a genuine captain option. In Game Week 12 alone, he created 4 chances, 8 crosses and took 3 shots. Rhys James started midweek in the Champions League against Juventus. However, Man United is another big game and you'd expect him to continue starting. Again, it could be an unpredictable game with Solskjaer sacked and Man United playing their first league game without him, off the back of a 2-0 away win in the Champions League 2. Rhys James is the highest value player in the game currently, returning 12.3 points per million. Another top defender is Kenzalo, who's second highest for value, returning 12 points per million. He got a sensational outside of the boot assist in the Everton game and kept his 8th clean sheet of the season from 12 games. Kenzalo is second for expected goal involvement among defenders after Trent, and he's taken 411 touches in the final third, which just shows how involved he is. Second highest being Trent, who's taken 333. Man City's fixtures look incredible for the foreseeable, and we'll hope he can continue getting starts over the busy Christmas period. Kenzalo gets the vice captaincy. You don't see this discussed often, but it's good practice to captain players in 2 different fixtures on the very unlikely chance of a late postponement after the deadline. Chilwell completes the defence, however he was withdrawn midweek with an injury in the Champions League game versus Juventus in what might be a serious knee injury. We'll await further news and hopefully it's not serious, however if he is facing a lengthy spell out, the Game Week 13 plans could change completely, which we'll discuss more at the end. Alonso is one player who could emerge as an option in his potential absence. Salah gets the armband for the Southampton fixture. He's the obvious pick and faces the Saints after an upset last week as they conceded 2 in a 2-1 loss to Norwich. Salah's topped this season for big chances created, shots in the box and expected goal involvement. We're running out of ways to discuss Salah with the season he's having, so we'll leave it at that. On the last team selection video we talked about Foden being a concern with the PSG game in mind. In the end he started but did come off in the 57th minute when City were 2-0 up at that point. We'll keep a close eye on the Champions and Europa League for the fixtures concerning our players. However, Foden starts regardless against West Ham, who also have European commitments. Son has been a disappointing pickup, failing to score since Game Week 8. The fixtures are still more than good enough to justify keeping patient, and perhaps we'll see this Spurs side continue to improve each week as they get comfortable with Conte's tactics and their individual roles. Smith-Rowe comes back into the starting 11 for the Newcastle game. He's been great for us, however he's one player being considered for a transfer out in the coming game weeks. He's more than doubled his expected goal involvement with 6 goal involvements from 2.6 XGI. This suggests some overperformance, and other players such as Jota or Gallagher could be better picks in December. Rafinha is another player on the chopping block after unexpectedly missing Gameweek 12 through illness. If he's confirmed out for Gameweek 13, then he stands a good chance of making way. He does have a couple of good fixtures in Gameweeks 14 and 15, however we'll discuss the transfer considerations more at the end. Tony completes the starting 11 for a generally unused 4-5-1 formation. Our patience was finally rewarded as he got his goal against Newcastle in what we predicted might be an open game. Brentford appeared to be very leaky with Raya out of the side. Perhaps his calm presence is sorely missed, and perhaps this is what's contributing to such open football matches, as they're having to take a more offence-first approach. On the bench it's Foster, Antonio, Armstrong and Livramento. We're hoping to keep hold of Antonio despite some tough fixtures, as there's not many alternative options. City have an expected goal involvement of just 7.72 for the season, second best being Chelsea on 12.2. City have also allowed only 10 big chances at a rate of less than 1 per game, so we'll back the data and put him first on the bench. The transfers haven't been made yet, however if both Chilwell and Rafinha are confirmed out for Gameweek 13, the current thinking is Rafinha to Jota and Chilwell to Reguilon. Jota is 4th for expected goal involvement among all mids, despite his limited minutes. We've discussed what great value he could be while Firmino is out, and his chances of starting every game week are significantly higher. If Chilwell's injury looks lengthy, then we could also switch Chilwell to Alonso, Rafinha to Jota and Armstrong to Gelhardt for a -4. This would allow us to retain the Chelsea double up and free up funds to upgrade Tony or Smith Rowe in Gameweek 14. Once upon a time it was Wigan who helped stop Leeds' promotion hopes, and it looks like Leeds got the last laugh paying less than $1 million for Gelhardt as Wigan went into administration and had to move him on. He led the line in Gameweek 12, however it's unlikely this continues with Bamford returning. He looks the likeliest of the 4.5 forwards to get minutes, and we've got the depth to afford to drop one player for a non-starter. If he's expected to start against Brighton, you could argue the case of putting him first on the bench. These 3 moves would leave us with $1 million in the bank, which could be used towards Smith Rowe or Tony upgrades in the future. Assuming there's no unexpected surprises before then, we could afford to bring in players such as Gallagher, Wilson or St Maximin in Gameweek 14, and we'll be looking for players that we can trust over the condensed Christmas schedule. As always, I'll post my final team on my channel and on Twitter before the deadline. That concludes this Gameweek's team selection video, thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow my team and other content throughout the season, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments how your Gameweek 12 went and what your plan is for Gameweek 13. I read every comment, so if you enjoyed the video, let me know.